Hey everyone, I'm Big John, and welcome to another episode of the Disability Show Live. This week, coming to you once again from my grandparents' house in Connecticut. So, this week, I want to talk about tips for Disneyland in California. So, so get the DAS pass at Disneyland is pretty much the same as it is for Walt Disney World. You got FaceTime the cast member, but the cool thing about Disneyland is that the cast member will send a a map of some of the of places where you can just chill out, because and that's a great thing because with as small as Disneyland is, it's great that they still have some great chill out spots where you can just sit down, chillax, and then when you're ready, take on more of the park. And again, with how small that the Disneyland resort is, you may need at least 2 days to experience both parks. Like 2 days at Disneyland and 2 days at DCA, but like pattern them, if you will. And and remember, just because they're small doesn't mean you have to rush it. So just take your time. So anyway, that's my tip. As always, if you have any questions on how to do Disney for people with disabilities, let me know in the chat if you're watching this live or in the comments if you're watching this later, and I'll make sure it gets into a future episode. And now it's time for this week's Top 5. So, not very this for the first time ever, this week's Top 5 is about Universal, but wait, before we get to that, I am happy to announce the winner. I am honored to announce the winner of our March Madness tournament, Big Thunder Mountain. That's right. So for the next year, you will hear a different outro for the next year. And hey, 23 people watching. 20 now, but hey, let me know if you're watching. And let me know if you love Disney. Hello, Ren Boy. All right, so anyway, as I was saying, this week's Top 5 is perhaps, I think, the very first Top 5 for Universal. More specifically, Islands of Adventure. For the last time, I am not Peter Griffin. Go hang out with Butthead, Beavis. All right. This is the Disability Show Live on the Big John Network. It's about doing Disney and other theme parks for people with disabilities. And if you're a big Disney fan like I am, make sure you subscribe. But anyway, this week's Top 5 is perhaps the very first Universal Top 5. So last month, I went to Universal's Islands of Adventure for the very first time. And I've got to say, it is a wonderful park. It has great attractions. So this week, we are going to cover my top 5 rides at Universal's Islands of Adventure. Number 5, One Fish, Two Fish. Now, this is a Dumbo style ride that they have, where you ride the fish and they go up and down. But unlike Dumbo, if you're flying in the wrong spot, the nozzles will squirt you, which is funny. My mom and I rode it, and I don't remember if we got hit or not, but It's still a fun ride, and that song is very catchy. One fish, red fish, up, up, up. Two fish, blue fish, down, down, down. How much was the entrance? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, number 4, the Spider-Man attraction. I don't quite remember the full name of it, but if someone can correct me in the chat, that would be awesome. But the Spider-Man ride, it was great, because especially if you are a fan of the classic 90s Spider-Man cartoon, which is pretty much what the entire ride is. Because and it's kind of like, and it's an old school ride because the projections in the ride, they looked kind of low def, if you know what I'm talking about. But still a great ride, and great to see the ghost of Stan Lee. Ren Boy, I am not new. I've been a YouTuber for 9 years now. All right, number 3 would be Skull Island Reign of Kong. Now, this is another fantastic ride where you are on Skull Island, and the queue is very dark. Just so you know, if you have... Hi, Laura LM, one of my loyal viewers. Good to see you. If you're just tuning in, we are covering my top 5 rides at Universal's Islands of Adventure. All right, number 2, the Carousel. Now, this is a very fun carousel. It's very wacky. Of course, it's Dr. Seuss, so it has to be wacky. And of course, my mom and I love Dr. Seuss. Universal's Islands of Adventure is in Orlando, Florida. And my number 1 ride at Universal's Islands of Adventure, Cat in the Hat. Now, again, my mom and I love Dr. Seuss. You're welcome, Abdus Saman, or however you say your name. But as I was saying, the Cat in the Hat ride, it is your classic dark ride. It is great. Again, my mom and I love Dr. Seuss, so going on that ride had to be the first thing that we did when we got to Islands of Adventure, because it is amazing. It felt like you're in the book. Hello, Jamo. So anyway, let me know in the chat or in the comments if you have ever been to Universal's Islands of Adventure, and if so, what is your favorite attraction there? And now it's time for the ding ding theme park throwdown. All right. As you know, as some of you may know, this is our new segment where we discuss differences between Disney and Universal. This week's topic, lockers. So Disney pretty much has only one ride where you would have a locker, and that would be Etron Light Cycle Run. Wait, that's not true. They also have lockers near... Yes, I do like Pokemon, Jamo. But that's not true. They also have lockers near Kali River Rapids. Whereas at Universal, they have lockers at pretty much every huge ride. You know, like Monsters Unchained and some of that Harry Potter stuff. But you guys let me know. Do you prefer putting your stuff in a locker or not? $897 card. I don't know what that is. And now it's trivia time. All right, last week we asked what was the name of Jasmine's tiger. Our good friend Laura, who's in the chat, gave us the correct answer of Raja. It's called Islands of Adventure because it has different islands as lands. You know, so there's Seuss Landing and Superhero Island, and they have bridges that connect. Hi, Jammo. All right, so anyway, here is this week's trivia time question. What kind of insect is Flick in A Bug's Life? Be the first person in the chat or in the comments with the correct answer, and you will receive 100 cool points. Thank you, Jammo. Make sure you subscribe then. So, it is World Autism Month. Laura, correct answer once again. I think you're at 200 cool points now. Have you answered any other of my questions in the past? I can't quite remember, but anyway, it is Autism Awareness Month. And as a lot of you may know, I have autism. But I don't let it define me. I use it to help others like me. See ya, Jammo. And that has helped, especially with this channel, because I have a lot of viewers who have autism. And it is every single one of them is a star. Every person with autism is a star. And to all of my brothers and sisters on the spectrum, never let anyone tell you no. Never let anyone put you in a box. And never, ever, ever give up on what you love. You are all placed on this earth for a reason. Thank you, Laura. So anyway, that's our show. As I said, if you have any questions on how to do Disney for people with disabilities, let me know in the chat if you're watching this live, or in the comments if you're watching this later, and I'll make sure it gets into a future episode. Sorry about that. For this week, oh, well, thank you, Laura. Happy Easter to you, too. For this week's shout-outs, make sure you guys check out my buddy Beth over at Beth's Disney Adventures. She does great live streams from the parks. Definitely check her out. Also, make sure you guys check out Fun to Be Free. He does great live streams from the parks as well. Definitely check him out. Also, make sure you guys check out Just a Guy and a Girl. They do great live streams from Disneyland. I'm good. Definitely check them out. Also, make sure you guys check out Micah Barnaby's channel, World of Micah. He does great content from the parks and other places as well. Definitely check him out. If you haven't subscribed here yet to the Big John Network, what in the Walt Disney World are you waiting for? And think about for notifications to miss a second of the fun. And until next time, here's the new outro. Best remove 'em.